for anything that nigga did in that movie.
Well, all the villains are Loki. Like, I don't understand how you're not getting this in both movies. The villains are Loki.
Right. I mean, you're not wrong, but
different shades of Loki.
Different.
50 Shades of Loki.
50 Shades of Loki.
That's why Loki.
That sounds a little dirty.
Because everyone loves Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, Jordan, nigga, you wrong. This movie looking lit already.
Oh,
are you talking about
Cam got past the 5 second mark. Jordan, you have to get past the 5 second mark.
Nah, Jordan, I'm with you. This trailer is dookie.
Are you talking about the Snyder cut?
Yeah. Well, no, okay. I'll say this: the trailer actually is not bad. I just can't take Zack Snyder's Justice League seriously because it's so serious. Like, I'm just like, oh my god, nigga.
I have a. How about this? Change your mindset a little bit. How about trying just taking it serious?
No.
What's up, everyone? This is Press X to Ramble. Press X to Ramble is the cast where we get to talk about whatever we want. And today we are talking about essentially the Marvel Cinematic Universe versus the DC couple movie universe. I am your host, DJ, aka Sexy Bad Choices, aka speaking of Iron Man, you know where I'm going with this, guys. If you were to move the Unibeam down about 2 feet 5 inches, he would have a dick beam.
Okay.
He would have a dick beam.
That's just
would it have a name?
I feel sorry for the listeners.
Johnson.
No. Go through that shit twice because you did it like in the fucking regular cast yesterday. The same joke.
Didn't land then.
Robertson Beam. There you go.
Okay.
It took me a while, but I got there.
I like that.
All right, who's going next?
Oh, are we recording?
This man tuned out the entire intro. I mean, in Cam's defense, though, Cam was watching the Zack Snyder Justice League trailer, so it's not his fault that he's confused.
Wait,
but with that,
okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'll hop in.
With that, I'm.
Are you going? I'm going.
Did you just introduce Cam?
I'm going.
Okay,
I'm going.
All right.
Heavyweight champion for Which Nigga Would California, aka the janitor because we watch niggas, aka No Captain America.
Ooh.
No Captain America.
Oh, I see what he did.
It was pretty anti-American.
Yeah, nigga.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cameron, aka the Sultan of Segways, aka the dad finally came back to the podcast.
Oh, he finally got the milk.
Daddy?
This nigga look like Syndrome from The Incredibles.
Deep cut.
Yo, I don't know why I thought today's podcast wasn't going to be a video. What I was just like, I'm just hop on here and kick it with my niggas, but and I'm paying for that decision as we speak.
That's what happens when you trust.
You look like HGTV Syndrome.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
I am as argued and described in a pellet brief submitted before the great and honorable Court of Appeals for the state of Maryland. I am your Ipsa Dixit Barrister, Baltimore.
Come on,
Dixit.
Come on.
It's a Dixit, which is very true. Somebody just said that's who I am, and therefore I'm going to wear it.
Oh, wow.
Might as well.
All right.
Hey, everyone. This is Jordan, a.k.a. JXBot, a.k.a. The Bachelor, in celebration of Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Hey, and President's Day.
That's true.
We can wrap it in there, too. I'm here to do a temperature check and see where the zeitgeist is.
Well, my temperature came. I'm COVID free.
Hey.
For this comic book shit, we'll see what happens.
Well,
sounds like it's getting in the other room.
Seeing as how Cam was the most recent watcher of this trailer, we might as well just let you talk about your thoughts right away, and then we'll go into the rest of us.
I I feel like those flashbacks from Batman v Superman now kind of make sense in a way. So looking at the trailer, it makes some aspects of Batman v Superman make sense. It also contextualizes Bruce's desire to recruit. So my issue with the Justice League before was the way that Bruce was recruiting. It was like this weird mixture. It was just like, oh, we need to do this now without ever contextualizing the threat like you do with MCU. Like it was clear that there was a big threat coming because they had like 5 movies or 4 movies setting up the threat. Here, it contextualizes that. The other issue I had with Bruce's recruiting was tone. So, for example, Batman Bruce Wayne is very callous, very calculating, and he was going in approaching like he was Steve Rogers, little like, "Hey guys, I need you, Aquaman, because you can drink. I need you, Diane, because you're sexy. I need you, fast boy, because you're fast.
Hey,
I need you, Spider-Man.
You can do these things. I got money. I'm rich, bitch. That's
right."
That wasn't the literal context, but I see what you're saying. Like there was very little context to him reaching out to those people.
And so, like, you've had
he really started reaching out too because he got like a flash drive with logos of these superheroes
that he stole from Lex Luthor.
And it's like, nigga, how did he get this? Did you make logos for these people that you don't even know?
They hire me to do this?
I'm thinking like. Lex Luthor had to have like other logos on there, so I'm like, how did he pick these people based off of logos? I'm like, well, is like the Flash logo more exciting than let's say like Black Lightning? I don't know.
They ain't put no Black Lightning in there.
Remember, Batman stole the data from Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor was the one collecting the information on Superman.
It's still weird.
Yeah,
Batman stopped at the title Black Lightning. He was like, no.
Nope. I'm the only one allowed to wear black in this movie.
And the only reason I let that nigga in because he's half nigga and half machine.
Half nigga, half Roomba.
So there is controversy because the actor Cyborg has a lot of bad blood with DC right now. So I wonder what his scenes are going to look like.
Especially
more so with
he doesn't, right? Yeah, he doesn't have beef with Snyder at all. He has beef with Whedon and then the former president of DC, Walter Hamada. That is who he has beef with. So him and Snyder are cool.
So he was like, let's go ahead and get that Snyder cut. But
right.
But yeah, so I was like, I think now I'm hoping that they addresses Bruce's tone when it comes to the recruiting. I'm excited, but when I saw that trailer, it was like
your face don't look it though.
Yeah, because it's a
you look worried.
Because I'm thinking about what happened in the original Justice League where they had to go resurrect Superman, fight Steppenwolf.
That nigga should have never died in the first place.
And I thought that was a lot then. And so then now I'm thinking they're going to have to resurrect Superman, fight. Like, it's just a lot to process.
Bro, that movie's going to be 4 hours long. I hope you ready.
Only thing to Marcus, only to your point, I mean, if you're allergic to a rock, then what do you expect, you know?
No, because, look, you know what I expect, Jordan? You know what I expect, Jordan? I expect an earned death, not... Yeah. Oh, the sequel of your first. You introduced your granddaddy of superheroes in this movie. You're
telling me that Superman didn't have the logic to throw the fucking spear?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or give the spear to Wonder Woman. She's right there.
She's an Amazonian, like that's her thing. She throws things.
She's half God.
God. But the issues y'all are raising is also one of the reasons why I'm not really excited about this DC. EU or UE, whatever how you put it,
extended
universe, because like the decisions that the characters make do not make sense. So you think back to Man of Steel. I enjoyed Man of Steel. I think it was a decent movie.
I did too, actually.
The Superman killing like Zod doesn't make sense for the context of Superman's character.
It doesn't.
Superman not taking that fucking fight to the goddamn desert doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, or if anything, Superman would have fought him in the atmosphere. That's what he.
Niggas are trying to go home after work. Could you imagine that? You're driving home in a fucking fight.
But I appreciate the fact that Superman they were trying to make a different choice. You know, because Superman has like killed somebody in the animated universe before.
Oh yeah, no, Superman.
a
look,
few times.
people forget. People forget.
What's his name? Oh yeah, the nigga that killed him.
Doomsday.
Yeah, he lobotomized Doomsday.
Or people forget that Christopher Reeve's Superman caught bodies. Like people forget that.
In which one? Returns 3, 2?
2 and 3, but the less we talk about, and 4. But
Every
the less we talk
person
about 4, the better.
Superman has punched, and that person has traveled more than 5 feet. That person's either in critical care or is vegetable. Dead. Yeah, like.
But to me, I agree. I don't care about I just want logical sense. Their actions should match with their motivations, and if you're going to depart from some canon, at least do the foundation. So I felt the same. Like when I actually watched the Justice League movie twice, because the first time I was just angry. I was like, none of this makes sense. And the second time I got drunk and I was like, maybe I'm overthinking this.
I'm watching it for research.
And I was literally by myself in a movie theater. I was like, well, let me just try this out again. And it was okay, but it seemed as though, again, they're bandaging up. In the first movie, you deliberately can see there's this whole plot of like Superman is too damn powerful. And then this other plot of Doomsday. And they don't kind of, they use the attack on the Capitol as a bridge, and I don't think that was a poor bridge. So I'm hoping, like Cam, I'm with you. I'm cautiously optimistic because I want to see how did they. First of all, what makes anybody think they would sit for 4 hours long to watch this is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I sat for 4 hours and watched The Irishman, so.
Yeah.
Do you think you could do that now with a baby?
I mean, The Irishman.
But then again, that was Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci.
And Robert De Niro's weird CGI face.
I've been watching Attack on Titan season 3, so yeah, I'll probably happy.
But the thing is, Attack on Titan season 3 is broke up into episodes because they're not insane. But Zack Snyder's like, no, you're gonna sit and watch these 4 hours of slow-mo. That's what you're gonna get.
I see what you did there, and yeah, but at the same time, I would just pause the thing. Like, I'm not gonna take it too serious.
Do you feel like this is vindication for all those many people who are begging and screaming for a Snyder cut?
Look,
yeah. It was crowdsourced.
I will always be upset that this movie is coming out. Because that means that the internet has way too much power. People were complaining for the longest time for this movie. Yeah. And the fact that it's actually coming out means now they are going to think that they can just get stuff. Like, I hated the Star Wars prequels, sequels. So
I get the internet backlash. So for example,
that shit.
Everyone has wanted, since the dawning of like idea of superheroes joining together, people have wanted a Justice League movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then the idea of like, you see the Avengers, you see even Avengers Age of Ultron, you see them come together and they do it well, and to know that your favorite DC characters can do it, and knowing that there's a possibility of a better version out there.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I get that.
I feel it. But I don't care.
But the problem is the reason why Justice League didn't work wasn't just Joss Whedon. It was the fact that they rushed to these movies. Like, they rushed to the finish line. And now, so we get a Justice League movie, and Snyder's movies in this universe, they look nice. He shot Man of Steel on film, which I respect him for doing because it had a rich color palette, looks really good. But the decisions that he made for this universe feel way too
contrived,
edgelordy. Like, it feels like it feels way too self-serious. I have no problem with serious,
because I went back to watch Watchmen, right? And because that was Zack Snyder as well. And same thing. I was just like he's okay.
Like, but the thing is, with Watchmen, at least that tone works. Because that's what Watchmen was.
I know, but after a while, like, it overstays its welcome, and there's
you guys are talking about all these other stuff, and like, really and truly, Sucker Punch. That's the thing. that really cemented Zack Snyder.
See, Sucker Punch. The biggest problem with Sucker Punch was a script, because that man should have never,
because of the women.
No, that's what I'm saying. He should have never wrote the script for that movie. That movie should have been on some anime stuff about like these 5 princesses from different lands coming together to fight evil. Like literally, it didn't have to be smart. They just throw it in there and do dope action scenes. But instead, he was like, let's make it female empowerment in a brothel, and they're going to this other world to escape there. And I'm like,
it wasn't even
much.
No one asked for this.
That though, like it ended with the chick getting lobotomized, and it's like
exactly.
You know, I think one of the driving reasons why the DC Extended Universe has not done well, going beyond Zack Snyder's inability to write well, they did not have a Kevin Feige. There's been many directors across the MCU, many with different takes and skill sets, and they were able to give life to characters in specific ways. You know, Waititi with Thor and Ryan Coogler with Black Panther. Like, it's not just one person. There's just multiple people involved, like multiple capable people. But one thing that always occurs based on how, like when there's changes, like with Ant-Man, there's a whole bunch of changes in directors. Even with Black Panther, there are many changes in directors because Kevin Feige is a membrane. He is someone that people have to go through to have their scripts, their ideas be cohesive with the whole MCU thing.
And because Feige has... Oh, go ahead.
Well, I would say the thing, I feel like a lot of us, I mean, for good credit, the Marvel method of building comic book movies have been quite successful. They're making comic book movies like a comic book. We have many different movies. You may have one overarching thing that kind of slowly builds up over time. We have individual stories. But that's a relatively recent phenomenon. If you go back to a lot of your earlier franchises, they were quite successful, quite compelling, but you didn't have the Marvel formula. Look at Christopher Nolan movies. That's not that long ago. It won an Oscar for a reason. It was a serious series of films, but I think what made those films quite compelling versus what we've seen in Zack Snyder is that Christopher Nolan tends to make a very simple story. Like if you look at The Dark Knight, short. It's to the point. You have clear villains, clear motivations. Even if you disagree with how, dudes blowing up stuff, and you got the origin story, but it's a short story. Whereas Zack Snyder, I feel like he has the ability to put too much that drowns the effect, and giving him with a blank check, which I know some people said let the directors direct. Yeah, that's only when they're good. If they're good, great.
I think
if they suck, you can have a sucky, expensive product.
And I think one of the biggest problems as well is, like you were saying with Feige, like Feige has a vision. And like, even though the Marvel template is relatively new, I don't give DC that same leeway because DC was doing these newer movies when Marvel was a thing. So like they had an example right there, and they decided we're going to counter that, but without any of the time put in. And the thing is, I have no problem with the DCEU being kind of like tonally different than Marvel. I would not want them all to be the same. My biggest problem comes with, like I said, they didn't earn a lot of the things that they're rushing towards. So let's say when Superman dies on screen, that should be a huge deal. And it didn't feel like anything because we didn't
get clapping.
Really. But you're sitting there, or then literally the next movie, after spending an entire movie trying to kill Superman, and then he hears his mother who has a very common name, mind you, has the same name as Superman's mother. And then the next movie after Superman dies, you mean to tell me that Batman now sees him as a paragon of hope? What? Where? When did we get to that point?
The other side to it, though, is that...
So you already know that's not even true to Batman's character. He has to be convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt that Superman is the thing that he needs. And
the other side to it is that we all knew that Superman was going to come back.
Yeah,
it was never a thing like...
that's the thing, though.
Yeah. But like, for example, like, that to MCU, like when Captain America slammed into that ice and you knew that the Avengers was coming, you still felt that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, yo, this man is gonna be on ice. He tried to do the right thing. He was trying to talk to his homegirl, let her know that like I still love you, and like that had an emotional impact. Even though you know Avengers is coming down the line, even though you know there's no Avengers without Captain America,
or even further than that, when the snap happened, I think we all came out of there after you get past the like, oh my God, what just happened? We all knew that they were going to come back. That didn't mean that the moment still didn't land because they earned it.
We didn't know. But the thing is, we didn't know who was going to come back.
No, of course, but we still knew that someone. We still knew that the Avengers in some form were coming back,
right?
And so,
Ryan,
but they earned that. Meanwhile, Superman dies. They're just like, well, of course we know he's coming back. He's Superman, but like this moment doesn't land because we just met the guy.
Oh snap! I just realized in Infinity Wars, Vision did not come back at all.
He did not. That man is super dead.
Yeah.
I guess it just dawned on me. I was like, oh snap! Like he killed that nigga's.
That man is
back.
dead.
He died
before when they started vaporizing, I was like, scoreboard. Scoreboard.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong?
I think too long. He's been in the house too long. Go see some people, Jordan.
One of the things I love, I always think about like one of my favorite movies, especially superhero movie, is The Dark Knight. And the thing about it is a compelling story. Yeah. You get emotionally invested. You're in a situation where you're like, no, he's not gonna blow up that hospital, and be like, yeah, he is. He ain't gonna kill those people.
He gonna kill him.
He gonna kill a whole bunch. He's not gonna kill Patrick Leahy. Yeah, he's gonna kill him. Like there's that emotional investment. Whereas for whatever reason, it seemed like there was a business decision made to try to replicate MCU, as you said, Marcus, do it as quickly as possible. Let's get on this, and everybody saw how cheap it was. And so, despite how much money they put into it, I think back to your earlier point, why you think the internet won? Well, the dollars follow. They sunk hundreds of $1 million into Justice League, and many people didn't show up to see it. So they got a huge loss from it, and that loss continued on to a lot of the other products. So I can see why they're like, look, let's try to get some money out of this with HBO Max. It will finally close this damn chapter. I'm so looking forward to a new era in the DC movies because.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was going to ask. No. Phase. You know how like technically they're in phase 1, or is Wonder Woman 84 phase 2?
No, basically no. What I'm telling you.
Dimension.
Yeah. First off, Wonder Woman 1984 is bad, but also.
I actually like 84. I like 1984.
I mean,
you're the only one, my guy, because
I'm okay with it.
Hasn't Pedro Pascal watched Aladdin? Like, why would you want to wish yourself as the lamp? Like, what?
Look, the script for that movie was a bunch of bullet points, and they just ran with it. I don't think. But no, what I'm saying is, I don't think they even have like an official phase for the DCEU because literally, I think they got smacked so hard by the MCU that they are now in a place where like we're just gonna do stories and nothing is connected, because the first Flash movie we're about to get is Flashpoint. Yep. Do you know how bad things have to be where your introductory movie is a retcon movie?
Flashpoint was great.
Have you seen the Flashpoint animated? But then I think this goes back. This goes back to your point, Marcus and Doug, where you talk about like the emotional impact. Like Flashpoint is a big deal. Like I mean, I'm thinking back to the animated movie Flashpoint. This is a movie where Thomas Wayne is alive, and you think about and Bruce's mom is the Joker. This is a movie where Arthur and Diana are like killing each other. This is a movie where Zoom pretty much gets the best of the Flash. So, like, how are you gonna do a Flashpoint?
They are doing it to just.
If I were to guess,
I don't care about Ezra Miller or whoever the Ezra Klein or whoever I don't care about the Flash because there's nothing.
Anybody watching, please look up Ezra Miller body slams girl.
I've seen it. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so I think I was.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just such a lack of respect for. I don't know about the video, so I'm not talking about that. But it's such a lack of respect for like the material that you have and the seriousness of it. Go ahead.
I think when it comes to the Flashpoint thing, what they're going to do is all the stuff that we see in the animated movie. They're not going to do any of that. Like this Flashpoint is going to be. Oh, no. Let me finish. Go ahead. This Flashpoint is going to be tied into the things we've seen already.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that makes sense.
But look, check this out. Here's the reason why I'm talking about the emotional impact. Like even Flash, the TV show, right?
Mm-hmm.
The catalyst for Barry doing Flashpoint is the fact that his mom was killed by, was killed.
Zoom.
We don't.
Yeah. What's the Reverse Flash?
Reverse Flash. So already,
what the fuck?
Why do I care about Barry's mom? Like I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that. I don't.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Ezra, right? He's the only one that can do it in the.
Well, see,
DC. I don't care about Barry's world. Like when Barry's world resets, what does that mean to me? Because I've never been.
You can see the impact on other characters.
Well, no, that's the thing.
I'm actually surprised that Ezra still.
It's a giant
Flash because
honestly, I'm not Jordan.
Well, I mean, like, he did. There's video evidence of him being abusive to a fan.
Absolutely. But I'm not surprised that he's still there because just the way that accountability works in Hollywood is extremely conditional. It's very conditional. But the thing about this Flashpoint movie is we don't really know this version of Barry Allen. So the fact that they're jumping in with such a huge event that's really that's basically going to rework the entire DC universe.
Wait, have we seen Barry Allen on screen?
Yeah, we have in Justice League.
Barely when he met Bruce for the first time, and then he's been in costume ever.
That was it. And
okay.
And
so basically, Marcus, you're saying they're repeating the same mistake over and over again.
Yes, but also on top of that, not only that, they're retconning things, but on top of that, they're delving into multiverse too, because they cast Michael Keaton in the movie. Like we're getting a bunch of things in this Flashpoint movie, and I don't know what's about to happen. But I want to say this about that Zack Snyder trailer before we trail off in anything else.
Go ahead.
I watched the trailer.
Okay.
I thought the trailer was fine.
Just fine.
Then we got to the end of the trailer.
Yeah, it's fun.
And when Joker said, "We live in a society," I almost laughed. My head almost fell off because I was so ready to laugh that he even said that line.
What was that referencing?
So, remember the Joker movie, the Joaquin Phoenix one?
Yes.
And one of the main lines of that, or one of the main themes, is like, we live in a society where things have gone mad and all that stuff. And it's just such a edgy way of thinking. Yeah. And so the fact that they put that line in there made me laugh because I'm like, I'm not sure if this is intentionally ironic or they just put it in there. But
it's fan service.
I was legit interested to see what's about to happen because the whole nightmare doomsday dreamscape that Batman's in is legitimately the most interesting thing about
more fleshed out.
Because looking at Joker sitting on that police car with a SWAT vest and the AK on, I'm like, what's going on here? What we doing here?
Do you guys ever watch the DC animated movies?
All of them. Every single one.
I've seen some.
See, the thing that always gets me, have you ever seen how the animated movies deal with the Justice League?
Yes.
Yeah, they're basically background shit. I love it.
Or it depends on where you are in the anime movies because now the Justice League, they got taken over by like something, and then now no one trusts them, so like everyone has to operate under shadow organizations within the Justice League. But go ahead.
Are you talking about Apocalypse War? Because that's the last movie that came out.
No, I'm talking about like just I've only seen.
Huh?
I guess the first 3 or 4.
Oh, go ahead, Doug. Sorry, I love animated universe for DC.
But that's the thing. If they were to, I always thought and this is the problem that always confound me with DC is that when it comes to the animated movies, they make amazing animated movies, and they are not overly complicated. The characters are true to their self, even they may be a little bit different than what we're used to. For what they present you, their actions make sense, and it's like even how they deal with like the origin story of Aquaman. It was amazing. Just how they build it up and how that became the catalyst for making the Justice League. It wasn't like we're gonna give you all of them at once. It was a slow build up of it. We assume Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, but who's this? What's going on with these aquatic people going on? And that's how you got the with Aquaman. Like I love how they do that there. And it's like, why can't you take what you already do so well in the animated universe?
Different writers.
Did you watch Apocalypse War?
Yeah, I watched Apocalypse War, but or to Doug's point though, but like for example, how they handle magic in their universe, like when they introduced Constantine, and then they did a second Flashpoint, but it made sense because like after Darkseid clapped them up for real this time, like Darkseid clapped them up so good that Superman was like, "Yo, Flash, I need you to go back and just
do it.
Let's just do this entire thing all over again." Because
Constantine was like, Constantine became the pallbearer of the movies. They killed Aquaman like immediately in the Apocalypse War, which is fucking trifling. They ripped him in half. Like he could do anything outside the water. Why did you bring Constantine to Apocalypse, man? Did you have an ulterior motive? But they brought Flashpoint and Suicide Squad too. Like he was Professor Zoom and Suicide Squad was the main antagonist. So like I think a lot of the writers of the animated movies came over from Batman animated series and Batman Beyond. Like they were the main.
Well, I think.
Wait, real quick. I'm looking up images of Apocalypse War, and I find it hilarious that Constantine's outfit is just a jacket and tie.
That's how Constantine. That's how Constantine's been dressing since he was created.
I
never had a
costume
change.
But the thing is, I love about him, but he shows up like they're really inconveniencing him. Like he's like, "Yo, I got other stuff to be doing," and like
Constantine legit does have other stuff to be doing. Like Constantine is a part of a lot of stuff. So when these superheroes call his lineup, he's like, "Bruh, okay, look, I'm legit trying to keep the fabric of this reality in place, and y'all niggas want me to do what? Play dress up? Get up my face."
But that's the thing. They know it's not like DC doesn't know how to do good movies. Or they do it. They know how to do animated movies. They know how to do good animated shows. They know how to make good television shows. It's just for whatever reason, and I don't know what's within DC why their mind goes blank. But like they ignore all of what they're successful about, and they double down on let's go big for movies when it's like you don't have to.
I think
that's
with the animated movies, they don't have to build from the ground up. I think the animated movies, they have just a wealth of lore already to build upon. And because they don't really have to do anything live action wise, not saying that animation isn't hard because it is, but they don't have to do too much to just get you in there because you already know what's happening here. They're not rebuilding the world.
It's that thing where it's two different mediums, right? So you have basically what Mark is saying, like you have live action, you have animation. When it comes to animation, you're able to do more. You're able to capture the frame better because you have control of everything. Whereas you're doing live action, you really can't. You don't really have that. You have control, but you don't have that much control. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, physics is your greatest enemy. The other thing too is also what Marcus is saying is that like they are so dominant in the animated realm that they are able to just do whatever they want at this point.
They're not in competition with anybody.
Exactly. And then like when it comes to
no animated series anymore, at least.
Yeah, like when it comes to the film realm, they are in direct competition with Marvel. And another thing that
competition is putting it lightly.
Yeah, like the one thing I wanted to say like a while back when we were talking about Batman is that I really enjoy the Nolan trilogy, but I feel like Batman is kind of the reason why DC is fucked up right now.
Yep.
Because the reason why
popular,
I say
right? Just so popular.
No. It's not even that. It's not even that.
Let DJ, because I know where he's going with this, and I think he's exactly right.
So the reason why Batman is put DC in such a predicament is that those movies are so dark compared to Marvel. It's like,
but it's
literally night and day. And then
that doesn't make a good movie or a bad movie.
No. But wait. The other side to it is that to put Justice League, this emblem of justice and whatever, to put that in the tone of Batman, like compare that to Marvel, it's just like.
But that's the thing.
You kill.
I mean, like whose decision was it to darken?
Wait. Let me. I'm right now, guys. We are in the bus. We are driving down the road. I'm about to take you guys to McDonald's.
I'm calling the cops because we're being hostage by bad.
Where's my mom?
The worst.
No, go ahead. I want DJ to finish. I'm about to.
Yes.
We're almost there. We're almost there. The problem with all of this is that Batman, because it is so dark, it removes a demographic in terms of the audience. Where kids.
How much money did Dark Knight Rises make, my guy?
It made a lot of money. But what I'm saying is that if you were to extrapolate that outwards and you have Justice League and everything operates in that, there's no way it's not gonna make more money than Marvel. Because Marvel targets everyone, literally everyone.
Okay.
But I mean,
Hold
it's
on.
like no.
All right. Nah.
I'm gonna let y'all go,
in.
and then I'm gonna tag in after y'all go.
All right, Jordan, you want to go or you want me to go?
I'll say it right quick. I'm pretty sure Cameron gonna bring it home, but it's like you can't blame DC as a whole in like the whole DC extended universe because of Batman, because it was a liberty that they took to darken the whole fucking thing. They could have totally had Batman continue to be himself without darkening Superman. They chose to do that. But Superman as a character, it's a hard sell. It's basically really because it's like
it's really not.
No, it is though.
The
because
Christopher Reeve Superman movie won an Oscar, my guy. It's not that hard.
Involves him dying or involves him being.
You haven't read enough good superhero. You haven't read enough good Superman stories, then.
Well, then why is it so hard?
Read Superman Birthright, my guy. Read Superman Birthright.
Does that mean how he became a citizen?
I got receipts, nigga.
Why did the second movie in the extended universe was Superman 2, but it was Batman versus Superman? Because no one's gonna fucking watch Superman.
Because
let me know when you're
Captain America Civil War came out that same year, and they got scared, so they threw Batman into the Man of Steel sequel. It's the same movie. It's the same.
All right, so let me address DJ's issue. First of all, your issue with Batman, I think, is
again.
No.
I like the Batman trilogy. I'm just saying that. Yeah, go continue.
I think it's a valid point, with the exception if you did not consider the fact that even Batman movies have evolved. So they started out super campy, super dark. If the direction and if the story is compelling, people will go see it. It doesn't matter if it's campy or dark. If the story and the direction is compelling, that's good. Now, to get into this universe for DCU, it is a separate universe from Nolan. Separate universe from Nolan. Yeah. Separate, wholly separate. And so those decisions to do that regarding the darkening or the tone or whatever, that is their decision. They didn't have to do that. The other thing is, even if that was their decision, they could still evolve. So, for example, with Marvel, looking at Tony Stark, how successful as Iron Man was, you can literally see the issue that they had with Thor was they tried to copy and paste the Tony type character to Thor. Once they realized that is actually a terrible way to develop a character, it only works with Tony Stark because of who Tony Stark is. They fundamentally made changes to Thor's character. Thor literally had the same arc as Tony in Thor 1. I know because I'm watching it. I've seen
they weren't the same character though. They were not
Thor's character in Thor 1. Thor's character in Thor is the exact same character as Tony's in Iron Man. arrogant.
Doctor Strange has the same arc as Iron Man as well, and
yeah, but what I'm saying is, once you realize it doesn't work, what Marvel does is, you know what, this is a terrible idea. Let me do something different with this character. Right. Let me direct this character differently. What DC does that's wrong is they say, you know what, this is bad. No one likes this. You know what, I'm gonna double down on it. And the only time that you saw that they were making a tonal shift was with Shazam. That is, it has the color palette that DC is known for, but the tone is completely light. You like all the characters. It has a good message, and it brings home the Justice League, which is what you get with Superman at the end of the movie. It's a movie that you fundamentally like. It has a great message, and it still fits within their universe because they finally learned. So no, don't blame Batman. It's just they don't learn.
I have a question. One question.
Come on, yeah.
Could you for Shazam, because Shazam was a good movie and I saw it and I loved it.
I loved it too. Watch it back to back.
Shazam and all the characters and then just swap them out for Marvel characters.
Actually, you could.
Yeah, that's why it works.
Well, here's my thing. With Marvel, even when Marvel's first rollout of movies wasn't the height of their quality, they were still fundamentally different movies. Like, what's it called? What's his name? Captain America's movie. That is a war movie.
Yes. But it's a light one. But
they weren't the same type of movie. The reason why, and DJ kind of veered off the turn a little bit, but the reason why I would personally blame Batman, not the character, but I would blame Batman for the palette. No. It is lazy. But the thing is, when the Christopher Nolan movies blew up, and not just blew up in terms of financially, blew up critically and exposed the superhero genre in a modern realm to a critical acclaim that they hadn't really gotten in a long time.
Yes.
DC took that. Warner Brothers took that and was like, oh, we need to slap this paint on everything going forward. Like they're like,
the reason why I agree with you, Mark. I agree with you on principle, Marcus, but I just think it's so lazy because the Marvel movies came out literally right after this whole Batman thing, and Marvel did not say, you know what?
No, but because Kevin Feige had a vision and he knew what he was doing. Kevin Feige was not thinking like Disney, or Kevin Feige was like, this is what I want to do with this universe. If you trust me, I'm going to do it.
Yes.
Warner Brothers said Nolan was really good, right? Yeah. You want to see a Superman movie, kind of like a Nolan movie? Huh?
But here's the thing, though. The thing is, with Batman, what Warner Brothers did is similar to what they treated Snyder kind of like what they did with previous iteration with Batman. Because, for example, you had the Tim Burton series of Batman, you had the Christopher Nolan series of Batman, and so they tried. That's their formula. You get a director, and you have 2 or 3 movies to Patty Jenkins. You get a few movies for your particular version. So no, they don't have the Kevin Feige planning 10 franchises over 20 years. That was not their intention. So I don't blame Batman. I think Batman's tone and the critical claim, I think that's an asset. However, I think you make a good point in that when Warner Brothers sees something successful, they overextend themselves to apply it to franchise that may not work. Now, I'm okay with a dark and gritty Justice League if you do it well, if you write it well. Now, I think what people is lightness with Avengers. I don't think Avengers are always really that light of a movie.
They're not.
There's death and mayhem here. I think what people are really
they're self-aware though. That's why it changed.
And you see their co-workers who like each other. I think people see that camaraderie and they want to see that amongst the members of Justice League, which I'm okay with Batman saying, I don't trust none of y'all. Because that's how he is in an anime series. He's like, look, do y'all really, as long as you don't step over Gotham borders, I don't care. But as soon as you involve Gotham, I guess I help out.
But the thing is, I I don't have a problem with. I also don't have a problem with a darker, grittier Justice League, because if you look at the way DC Comics, after the Silver Age, because the Silver Age, everything was insane. That Batman and Superman were having sleepovers. It was one of them involved the tentacle monster. It was wild. But like once you get to Frank Miller onwards, DC handled their heroes kind of like gods among men. And so I understand what Snyder was attempting by having these monolithic figures and making them seem like larger than life. Meanwhile, on Marvel's side, it's like these are humans who have powers of gods, but at their core, you never forget that they're human. Meanwhile, over in DC, it's like, oh no, it's gods among men. That's
Wonder Woman.
I'm in the
hands of Zeus.
I mean, like,
I'm okay with that, but make it make sense.
Yes.
Earn my allegiance, earn my investment. If you don't do that, I'm not gonna care. And that's why, like, this Snyderverse movie, it's like, cool, you got 4 hours to finally get your nut off and finally,
like so many people been holding it for all this time.
It's like, all right,
cool. For this moment.
It's like, I'm happy for you, but it's just like there's nothing that convinces me that adding 2 more hours onto this Justice League movie is going to somehow make it some revelatory experience, because the other ones aren't that great.
Wait, Marcus. How about they add 2 more hours to the movie?
Are you talking about 6 hours now?
No, 4.
Oh, boy, you don't.
But I know I went this way. I'm more curious to see the differences between Joss Whedon versus Zack Snyder. I'm curious to see that, because the way that we're hearing it from the press and what we're seeing from these trailers is that these are two completely different movies. Like Joss Whedon basically redid a movie in 6 weeks
and made it uglier.
You know,
because that movie is orange, and
that's the sad part, because I like the character, I like the actors who play these roles. I like the chemistry. I do. Look. I know everybody. Like, I like how Spider-Man and Cyborg, they're like, we're not these oldie foodies. Like we're just.
He called him Spider-Man. He called him Spider-Man because that's what he is.
I know.
Flash. People forget Barry Allen is boring. Barry Allen is not Spider-Man. That's not who Barry Allen is. You should have got Wally West if you want a young upstart.
But like I'm and that's like I wish I had more of a Cyborg story. Like that's the sad part. It's like I like Ben Affleck as Batman because he is my
Injustice League.
Ben Affleck, I think, is the closest physical representation
mother box
of Batman.
Cyborg's the only character in Justice League that started in one place and ended up in a different. Like he had an actual character arc.
What happened? What did he do?
That man was mourning his father in the beginning of the movie, and by the end of the movie, he has come into his own and accepted his place as a hero in the team. Everybody else in that movie didn't really grow at all.
The only reason why he had to grow was because he was a part of a montage.
I'm just saying, hey, doesn't mean he didn't have an arc. Doesn't mean he didn't have an arc.
In the opening credits. Character arc was in the opening credits. Get the hell out of here.
Damn. I mean, like, I will say this. Go ahead, Jordan.
No problem. Like style wise, I am hating the Steppenwolf. They made him
shiny.
Knives,
that nigga looks like the Knives Out chair.
I hate the design of I think Darkseid is weird. I can't differentiate between Darkseid and Steppenwolf. So
they both ugly.
These are just very high concepts that I don't know if
Cyborg's still ugly.
Zack Snyder has the creativity to ground, because like it's a very ugly fucking film. It's ugly. It's dark. It's weird. Like it's a weird orange. It's like the HD era of video games. Like either you had a gray, blue, or orange palette to your shit to make it seem better, but no, it's not. It's going to be a very difficult movie to watch under 4K.
I just really hope we don't have another random mythical Eastern European town facing imminent destruction by some space mutants, because I feel like we had that in both Avengers, Infinity Wars, and with Justice League. It's like those type of similarities. And Ultron, yeah, like why are we going to yet another? Like I want to.
Well, good. As long as we black people
downtown
alone. Well, no. You saw what happened when they went to Africa. That's when Tony was like, "Nah, we need to join the Accords."
You're like, maybe I should not, blow up more black people.
I'm glad. Nobody said Tony had no desire to join the Accords until that black woman said. Tony actually listened to black women. He said that black mom said.
It would not have been the first time that Wanda put
Tony the feds
in danger. If you've been following WandaVision, she throws black people around all the time. So this isn't the first. This is for her to be just.
Look, Geraldine shouldn't have brought up her brother. That's all I'm saying.
No, imagine literally the Fed. His name is Captain America. He's literally the Fed.
That's literally the weakest defense I've ever heard.
No.
This man was literally propaganda.
This man was literally propaganda. He was literally propaganda.
Yes, he knew he was propaganda. He knew he was propaganda, and he ain't like it. He ain't like it at all.
But Marcus, isn't this part of our original discussion?
Did Captain America warn? Do you think Captain America warned Dr. Martin Luther King? Honest question.
No. Captain America is MAGA, y'all. Nah,
he was in the crowd watching.
When he went back? No. I'll tell you this much. No, Cap at the end. Cap said, "Nah, I'm gonna live with my old lady and screw the rest of y'all. Y'all can have this."
Even worse than Wonder Woman. No.
Wonder Woman had no excuse.
This man literally went back in time, saw Jim Crow, was like,
yeah, told you.
This man saw. The thing about this man saw 9/11 and was like. And was like, cool. As long as I get my 80-year-old cheeks, I'm good.
Now I'll give you.
This man was willing to fight Thanos. This man was willing to fight Ultron. This man was willing to fight Hydra, but he drew the line at Osama bin Laden. He was just like,
look,
I just gonna have to deal.
You got to look.
Where's the line, Marcus?
These are all strong points for when, like, before he went back in time, I had very strong defenses for Captain America. Then he went back in time, and look, all right, I'm not gonna lie to you. At the end of Endgame, when he got to be with
only fountain,
when he got to be with Peggy at the end of the movie, I was just like, man, this warmed my heart. Like let this old soldier go off.
Wow.
Honestly, if he would have because if Cap would have never shown back up with the shield, this wouldn't have been conversation. Like if
Doug, I wonder if Captain America was able to benefit those FHA loans.
Look,
he's a veteran, so he'll get a VA loan.
I mean, I ain't never seen Tony Stark contribute to any Black lives either.
Nigga, are you kidding me?
The only small life he contributed to was a little white boy from New York, and he got that nigga hurt.
He gave Rhodey his legs back, man. He gave Rhodey his legs back.
Rhodey should have been out there to begin with.
Damn.
Tony got that nigga recast.
Remember, this was our original conversation. Is Captain America MAGA? Because we all know
Captain America is not MAGA. Where are you?
Let me tell you. Captain America is MAGA because he went back in time, saw black people's oppression, and was like, "F it." Captain America is QAnon because he went back, saw 9/11, and did nothing about it. And QAnon does not believe that 9/11 was real. So Captain America is QAnon and he is MAGA.
Captain America is not MAGA at all.
At least Tony built weapons to fight terrorists.
Yeah, I would say.
And where did that get him?
Tony saw 9/11.
Where
need to blow
did that get that man?
Tony Stark he went to an actual village in Central Asia and saved them from that random.
Cam, you're missing your kufi.
After he blew up the area.
He saved them though.
I will never forgive them for not kicking that man off the team after Ultron. They're like, oh, well, Vision happened to work out, so we shouldn't address this.
No. Once again,
they should have took that nigga aside and been like, bro, this Ultron thing,
No, as I said in the chat, Captain America gets, Iron Man gets all the slack for that Ultron when Bruce Banner was right there, and Bruce Banner said, I'm gonna get space coochie because I'm getting out of here and I'm going to Planet Hulk and I'll catch y'all niggas later. And Bruce was worse because Hulk was the reason why Tony went into the Accords because he had to fight him in Nigeria. And when mom came up, because it was like your technology and the Avengers killed my son. Bruce is the real reason. Bruce.
No, Bruce isn't absolved of this. Bruce is not absolved of this, Bruce don't got the fandom.
But I will also say though, I actually spoke to somebody who is in MAGA, and they confirm, yes, Captain America will be one of them.
Oh my God, I don't get it.
Really couldn't believe this. Captain America is about individualism. It's about what we do is what we think is right. Captain America thinks that he's above the law, but he's a patriot.
And you know why Captain America is fraud. This man said, you know what? I'm tired of y'all destroying America. I'm going to take my battle to Wakanda and let Thanos and his crew F up Wakanda. Meanwhile,
he didn't
Tony had the common sense to say, let's go to space. And Peter, let me give you the technology to get to space. Captain America saw that technology and was like, you know what? America's getting too jacked up right now.
He didn't take him to Wakanda because of America. He didn't take him. The Soul Stone was there. What are you talking about?
Nah. At least when New York jacked up.
Iron Man only went to space so that he could get another stone. That's the only reason he went to space.
At least Tony had the smart, because he was like, yo, New York is getting jacked up right now. They keep blaming us for everything. You know what? Let's take this battle out of here. Meanwhile, Captain America was like, black people, Wakanda, y'all living too comfortable. Y'all living too comfortable. Now, you Bucky to heal up. Y'all living too comfortable. Ashamed of an intergalactic villain with a horde of demons will, mess up this nice thing y'all got going on over here.
I mean, we're going to keep arguing, but we got to end the ramble. We'll keep arguing later, but we're going to end the ramble. So,
where was he on 9/11? Where was Captain America in 9/11? Captain America not defend America on 9/11? Oh my God!
All right, well,
that's worse than Wonder Woman. That's worse than Wonder Woman. You are literally American propaganda. Did not defend America on 9/11.
Your mic. We get it. Captain America's a MAGA QAnon. This has been another episode of Press X to Ramble. We hope you enjoyed this clusterfuck as much as we enjoyed making. Don't forget to rate reviews from your favorite podcasting app. Every little bit counts. In case you missed any of this, you can find all the details and more on our website at pressx2start.com. Until next time, when I believe we're going to be talking about WandaVision, right? When that finishes?
Yeah, probably. Or we'll figure out. We'll probably end up talking about something else. Before then, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That's true. Well, until then.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. My Dr. Umar voice.